And we are back, we are live. It's another Nattering and Battering live stream. It's the end of January, and not going to lie, the end of January has been a pretty darn good time for Warcry because a lot of stuff has happened within the competitive scene, and namely, it's all ramping up in a really positive way. So, before I go on to anything else, I think it's definitely time to have a little gander at what is going on in the competitive scene, at least in the UK, where it's most relevant to myself. And yeah, it'd be a good time. So if we're going to Warcry and War Tally, and looking at the two new Warcry tournaments, we have Warcries in the West 2, Cry Harder, and Springtime Slaughter with World Cry UK. Now, Springtime Slaughter is the follow-up tournament to Midwinter Massacre at the end of last year. I believe it was the 14th of December last year. Fantastic tournament, one of the best tournaments of the year, and this is just being put up. It's been up for, I think, like less than a day. So Springtime Slaughter is fresh off the press. So fresh, only I'm going currently, so that's a good time. But I'm definitely going to both of these, and that's really exciting. I highly recommend going to both if you can. Warcry in the West is ran by the absolute legend Andy, who is a king among kings, and Springtime Slaughter will be ran by, with the help of Lord Filax, and of course ran by Craig from Nottingham Warcry Club, who is also a fantastic bloke. Sadly, we don't actually have a pack for Springtime Slaughter, so there's a limit to what I can do talking about it. But last time they used a bunch of really fun missions, and Warcry in the West 2 is running Andy's pack. And Andy's pack's pretty darn spicy. But let's have a little gander to see who's actually going. As you can see, I'm actually taking Close the Karanak. I've locked it in now. Close the Karanak are definitely going. And the terrifying thing is that your lane is absolutely out for blood, because I did take him out last time. In the last tournament we went to, I took him out. So he's out for blood. And if I'm running Close the Karanak, that's going to be quite the uphill battle if we ever match up. But I see a lot of people who I recognise here. Corvus Ed. He is the Corvus Cabal player in the UK. He plays, I think, exclusively Corvus Cabal. He tends to run double or triple Shrike Talon. The guy is an absolute legend and a master with the Corvus Cabal. Of course, Andy's going. We've got S-Mart, who are also a fantastic player. I've met Ollie a few times as well. So it's kind of scary. It's a good lineup so far. I suspect that Phylax will be going. Off Meta will likely be going as well, although I can't say for certain. It's going to be a good time regardless, and I am looking forward to that. But we also, wonderfully enough, I'll put this actual link here for tickets here. Shabadoosh. So Warcry in the West is in chat now, and I will give that a little pin for now. Badaboosh. What's exciting about Warcry in the West is that Andy has, I think it was today, has just dropped the actual pack that we'll be using. And historically, I am terrible at going over these. So you know what? We're going to be terrible together. I'm going to go over it again. So this is the Warcries in the West pack. Can I get rid of that? I can get rid of that. Beautiful. Let's full screen this bad boy. There we go. So it's the Warcry in the West 2 pack for Cry Harder. And this is partially, I believe it's the same pack as last time with a few new missions sprinkled in. And Andy's pack is a lot of fun. Andy's pack, it takes on a bit of a kill team flavour. So monsters are allowed, allies of course are allowed, thralls, all that good stuff. Basically, you've got the battle traits. Divine Blessings are in play. All that jazz. But the missions are where things get a little bit spicy. So I'm not going to go over all the bullet points yet, but I will go over the packs in a little bit. One of the big things with Andy's pack is that he has two additional features that apply to basically all the missions, and that is the catch-up mechanic and the route to victory. So the catch-up mechanic is from the start of rounds 3 and 4, the player who is currently losing the game gains an additional wild dice as a nice little, a very light comeback mechanic. There's been issues, I think, largely with Games Workshop packs where the twist is a comeback mechanic, and that twist is so aggressive. It's so impactful that it almost, well, it definitely does in some cases incentivize just not playing. Right? You're incentivized to lose, which is kind of insane and not at all something I would want to see in a community pack, right? And chat is finally updated. Holy God, I could see there was a chat rate on here, but the chat wasn't loading up. Chat's now loading up. As Houston Toad, how's it going, man? Ziggy, how's it going? It's now Texas. It's now Texas chat. Texans love toast. The better love toast. It's the boy howdy. Makes him feel familiar. Honestly, if I was going to have merch, I would definitely have it under like I'd have the website called like Boy Howdy merch or whatever. That'd be great. Nerden, how's it going, man? Good evening. 1 p.m. here in Texas, but good evening, Nerden. I thought the catch-up was solid. Yeah, the catch-up's great. The catch-up's really good. The extra wild dice, one, it helps. Okay, there's 2 layers here, and 1 layer comes from a person who loves to play like Dark Oath Scavengers and loves to play Tri-Cohort. So, on the one hand, on the meme side, this means that I get more wild dice. And I mean, more wild dice is a good time, right? Like more wild dice on top of the mountains of wild dice, it helps build the meme. But from an actual like a functional standpoint, the catch-up's super light. It's a nice little nudge. It might give you that advantage to take initiative when you really need it on turn 4, or to like squeeze in that extra double that you need to push your warband a little bit further, right? It's a super light touch, and the fact that it only applies on round 3 and 4 is great. The catch-up doesn't immediately apply on turn 2, so it's got less time to like snowball into an issue. I think it's a really nice way to, even with like the negative feedback loop, right? So sort of like restricts that. Now the other aspect to Andy's pack is the route to victory, and this means that there's standardized scoring. So you can't score more than 3 points per turn, basically, for either kill or control. This means that you'll be scoring at most 6 points a turn, 3 for kill and 3 for control. At the start of the game, what you do is you secretly pick whether your focus for that mission is kill or control, and at the end of the game, you reveal it, and you score bonus points based on how well you achieved that goal. What this basically does is it allows warbands who are more movement or objective or swarmy play control, right? They can play the mission a bit more. But in those scenarios, it also means that kill warbands can also like kill and complete their things. And of course, if you're more balanced, you can achieve both. But you've still got to lock in which one you prefer, and the preferred route to victory could push you to a win and increase your score. I believe to, was it 26 to 21 is the highest? If brain work, I think 21 is the highest you can score in Andy's pack, so per game. So it's a really fun way of playing, and Andy's missions are also pretty darn good as well, because most of his missions you don't actually get anything on turn 1, right? So objectives you don't score, kills don't count towards the kills typically on turn 1. So turn 1 becomes more of a positioning game, right? You're getting into position, you're less incentivized to like go all out and reveal your hand. It's more about getting into those sneaky positions to then strike on turn 2. So turn 1s are quite quick. and quite tactical, and then turn 2 is where your plan comes to fruition and shit hits the fan. It's a lot of fun, and again, that's very much Kill Team inspired, because Kill Team you start concealed, right? You can't just like table someone turn 1, because everyone starts kind of like hiding behind cover. It basically gives that sort of like feel to Warcry. And with Lightning Strike, we have the first mission. So I believe are these? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so there's 4. There's 4 missions. So these are the 4 missions by the looks of it. So looking at Lightning Strike, once you can only score objectives, these are like a little disclaimer, bit of extra text to help you with the game, and then these are the actual conditions to win the game. So on Lightning Strike, we have looks to be treasures, not objectives, by the looks of it. But there's 5 treasures, and you're deployed sort of like very much in a way that has the board split into halves, right? So you've got blue team on one half of the board and red on the other half of the board, and you are then moving towards each other, namely towards the center of the board to claim that extra treasure. So whilst on turn 2, or objectives, whilst you can only score objectives from turn 2 onwards, you can still control from turn 1. That's a great bit of confirmation, because some missions say that they don't activate until turn 2 or until a certain turn, and that becomes a bit awkward, because if you don't specify like in some sort of like bonus text somewhere that you can or can't control them, it always causes issues. So I'm glad that Andy specified here that you can't score points, but you can control them, and controlling those objectives is really important, because it means that if you hold it, they have to surpass your model count to take it back, and that's a huge advantage. You win ties basically. During this mission, you must track the blood tally. This is the total wounds characteristic of enemy fighters taken down cumulatively across the entire battle. Units resurrected disappear from the wounds total, and if they are resurrected in the turn they are taken down, they do not count towards other kill scoring, because it takes place at the end of the turn. This is also important. So in a lot of Andy's missions, but not all of Andy's missions, resurrecting does not negate kill scoring, but Lightning Strike specifically allows it. So if you are revived, you don't count towards kill scoring, and additionally you are taken from the blood tally, which is really important for those undead factions. It gives them that nice bit of advantage into this kind of play, or any faction that can revive. I think probably the most impactful would likely be like either Soulblight Nighthaunt resurrecting something like a Vargulf and denying like 35 wounds from your opponent from the blood tally, or something like is it Farasa from Vanguard Chamber, right? Farasa being revived and saving like 160 points, or I think she has 25 wounds, or maybe 22 wounds. So she's also quite good for this. But that's like the extra text, just some clarification text for killing. So at the end of turn 2, 3, and 4, points are scored as follows, to a maximum of 3 per turn. 1 point per enemy fighter taken down during the turn, and 2 points if your blood tally is higher than your opponent's. Now this part's really important, because you can just kill 3 enemies. If you kill 3 enemies, you cap out entirely. But if you can maintain a better blood tally score than your opponent, you only need to kill 1 thing per turn to max out. And this leads into some really gamey, tactical gamey play, where you want to never really kill too much. You want to get things down to low wounds, so you can very quickly pick things off at the start of the turn, and then kind of keep your guys safe to deny their points, but score as many points as you can with as few kills as possible. Of course, factoring as well, you also want to sort of like maintain model advantage and other like meta game based strategies, but purely from this mission, you want to kind of not kill too much. You want to kill just enough to scrape higher in blood tally and kill like 1 guy a turn and keep that momentum basically. For the control, well, that's how I view that anyway. For control, again, end of turn 2, turn 3, and turn 4. 1 victory point if you control a single objective, a second victory point if you control a second objective, and an additional point if you control more objectives than your opponent. So there's only 5, right? So if you can hold 2 and contest 2, right, you'll score 3. Ideally, you want to hold 3. If you hold 3, you are guaranteeing 3. Your opponent will then get 2. But there are ways to score 3 points without having to hold 3. You could theoretically hold 1 and then contest the rest, and then your opponent would score no points, and you would score, in this case, 2, because you wouldn't hold that second objective. But you can work it out that way. So you can do some sneaky plays with this. But because the objectives are so close together, especially these central ones, these 3 in the middle here, it means that warbands are clashing quite aggressively, especially with this long round 2, right? This long round 2, they can start on that center line, and remember, they can deploy 3 inches, right, from that center line, allowing you to skedaddle straight at this objective and apply pressure immediately. So there's a lot of interesting plays here. Nattering, I think you missed it. Would you have to decide at the start if you want to score by killing or scoring? So you score by both. So you always do both. You're always in the running to score on both kill and control, to a maximum of 3 points per turn per thing. So you'll be scoring 6 points at most per turn. You pick which one you want to focus secretly, and at the end of the game, you flip and you score bonus points based on how well you did in that. So it's called the route to victory. So here, it's at the end of the game, reveal your route to victory. Increase your score by 1/3, rounding up of the relevant points tally. So an example here, you score 1 for control and 4 for kill, and you chose kill as your route to victory. You would score 1 point for control, 4 points for kill, plus 2 because 4/3 rounded up is 2 points, and that would be your total score. And of course, you can see what your opponent has before you determine what your route to victory is. You could have a really killy warband like Stormcast or Iron Jaws, but if you're against ogres, you actually might want to put your control as your route to victory, because you might not be able to outkill them, or you might not be able to get enough kill points to effectively score, right? So you can kind of like you can see your opponent's warband, see your warband, and make that decision on the fly. I play very balanced warbands when I tend to take things to tournaments, never really leaning too much into control or into kill, more toolboxy in nature. So I find this kind of pack quite interesting because it gives me a lot of control over how I want to play my warband. It does get quite difficult to sometimes to figure out what I think I'll do better, but it's a lot of fun. It's a good system. It's really fun. And the design notes. So some extra notes here is a 40mm base cannot count towards securing 2 of the central objectives at once. Mathematically, the gap is slightly too far. This is great. This is a wonderful bit of design note. Because it's really hard to eyeball things, right? Like, measuring is an imperfect art unless you're on TTS. So there is definitely the world where these are placed a bit too close together, right? Or you mismeasure by like 0.1 of an inch, and you might think you can get a character straddling 2 objectives, and the design note says you can't. Mathematically, it's not possible. If you think it is possible, you're wrong. So unless you've got a bigger than 40mm base, of course. That's a really good note to have. It helps fix potential scoring issues, right? Just in-game issues. It just clears up. Everyone's playing on the same playing field across all tables, which is really good. Mission 2 is Vows Fulfilled. This one again is very much the table split in half. So in this case, you've got all of your warband on upper left and all their warband on the bottom right, or vice versa. And you have 3, I believe, objectives in the diagonal line. And then we have some new text. At the end of the first battle round, do not determine control of objectives. Objectives remain uncontrolled at the beginning of round 2. After this, determine objectives normally. This is the complete opposite of Lightning Strike. and this is where the wonderful text here really helps with Andy's pack, is that it very clearly specifies you can't do it on this mission. So you can do it on this mission, but you cannot do it on Vows Fulfilled. They are basically not there till turn 2. Houston Toad, finally the Skitter Strand of Ragnarok can finally shine. Honestly, the Skitter Strand is so big, there's the potential it might be able to like straddle like 3. There's legitimately a mission. I believe it was in, it's not in the Ferocious Gnarlwood pack, it's in the pack before that. I forgot what it's called now. The pack was kind of mid, frankly, by Games Workshop. It was a White Dwarf pack. And there was one mission where 4 objectives were so close together that in a Ragnarok Spider, with the right terrain setup, which is hard to do, frankly, but if the terrain was allowed it, the Ragnarok Spider could actually hold all 4 simultaneously. It was so big. Hilarious. One day that mission will turn up, and one day some guy will take the Ragnarok, and it'll be a good time. I hope I'm there for it. I hope I'm playing that mission as the opponent, so I can be absolutely boned by a spider. That'd be great. More text on Vows Fulfilled though. At the start of turn 2, 3, and 4, after determining initiative before the first activation, each player must make a vow. A vow must target a different objective each turn, and each vow can only be made once. I.e., all 3 vows must be made during the game, and each objective must be targeted exactly once. Again, really clear wording here. You love to see it. Andy's great for clear wording, and Games Workshop, frankly, should take some lessons for how clear Andy's wording is. So that's really cool. Players choose independently, starting with a player who has initiative, and they can make different vows and target different objectives. The vows are that no enemy fighters will contest the objective at the end of the battle round. These are really fun. I am liking this already. That friendly fighters will control the objective at the end of the battle. So that friendly fighters will control that objective at the end of the battle round, and that at least 150 points of friendly fighters will contest the objective at the end of the battle round. So I think both of these are quite easy to do. I think you can accomplish this quite easily on turn 1. You can accomplish this pretty much at any point. This one's the kicker, right? That one's the kicker. That no enemy fighters will contest the objective at the end of the battle round. That can be really hard to do. I think kill warbands will kill focus more elite smaller warbands will find that almost impossible against a Hordia warband, because you can activate them and then like slam one random guy on like their declared objective, and then boom, you're boned, and then you can never pick that again, right? So when you pick this and how you pick that, it'll be difficult. Potentially turn 1 is the way to go, but because of how these objectives are placed in relation, and you're all on the board turn 1, right? So everyone starts on the board turn 1. It is almost impossible to get this scored turn 1. This is like a late game score by like turn 4. And even then, like, unless you've got some proper tomfoolery in your list, I can see things like having pushes in Iron Jaws, pulls from Chaos, something like Face Me Cowards. Face Me Cowards from Quest of Soul Sworn's really strong in this, because you can force them to not move any closer to an objective and do some really good shenanigans there. So this vow, these vows are quite easy. This vow is the source. And we'll see how these vows score, because currently they do nothing, right? They just, you do a vow and nothing happens. Let's check that out. So for the kill, during turns 2, 3, and 4, points are scored as follows, to a maximum of 3 points per turn. 1 point is scored each time an enemy fighter is taken down, very standard. An additional point is scored in each case if the enemy fighter taken down does not share your opponent's faction rune mark, which means pulls and pushes make it possible. So this is the closed, yeah, potentially. Pushes and pulls at the right time can definitely make it possible. Obviously pulling them off objectives or pushing them from objectives if you're Iron Jaws. Super, super good. So will you take a Slaughter Priest to help play against this? Currently, because I'm very confident that I can at least perform in these two missions. Because I'm so fast, due to Claws of Karanak, I'm definitely taking a Hound of Wrath. That is just non-negotiable. I'm taking Claws of Karanak. I have the speed, being M5 base, M7 on the Hound. And for allies, a Slaughter Priest is great. A Realm Gore Ritualist I'm really leaning into as well. It's hard to pick between the two. The Slaughter Priest makes it much harder to take other allies. For example, it's harder to take the... what's it called again? The Deathbringer as an ally, as an example, because the points don't quite line up. But the Slaughter Priest is also much better in combat, has way more wounds, and is harder to kill. Which plays into, of course, this. I don't want allies killed. This is a ally punisher. If you take allies, if you take monsters, if you take thralls, big oof, you can take some... you are losing additional points if they die, which is always a bit of a scary time. And in control, you score to maximum 3 again. 2 points if the condition on your target objective was met and your vow was fulfilled. And, 1 point for each other non-targeted objective you hold. So you control. So you need to fill. So here's the thing: you actually never need to complete your vow. You do. I tell a lie. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So you can score if you don't complete your vow. You can score. There's only 3 objectives. You can score a maximum of 2 points from this bit here. If you complete your vow, you only have to hold 2 objectives and the vow objective to be complete, and you score the full 3. So your vows are really important because being worth 2 points, that's huge. And some are easy, some are difficult. Like I said, that first one is very difficult. If you don't have the right warband, or if you time it wrong, you can be absolutely boned on actually ever scoring that. But on the flip side, kill warband will have a great time because the whole warband's on the board turn 1, which means it's much harder to sort of like game them. We've got the whole warband on the board turn 1. They can play way more aggressively. They can just march up, plant their ass on the objectives, and then just force you to fight them. So this will be a fun mission, I think. Design notes: because points are scored when fighters are taken down, subsequent resurrections of these fighters does not cheat the scoring of kill points. So again, the opposite of Lightning Strike. So Blood Tally specifically mentioned how resurrection works in the favor of resurrections in the vow fulfilled due to when points are scored. Resurrections do not cheat for this, so it doesn't really. Resurrecting is purely giving you models back. It will not give you. It will not negate the kills, which is really important. And fighters that do not share their faction remark are any allies, thralls, and monsters, which is as you'd expect. So again, really fun mission. I think this is going to be a lot more aggressive than I think Lightning Strike has the potential to be quite aggressive, especially in the central part. But I think in A Vow Fulfilled, there's going to be a lot of aggression because the whole warband's beyond the board turn 1. That's going to make it very difficult. With only 3 objectives, there's no point in hiding at the back. You have to push straight away, making it a bit harder to play into. And those vows add a nice bit of sauce. I really like this mission. Going into Shards of Emberstone, I believe Shards of Emberstone is a mission from last year's Warcry in the West, and I recall it being pretty good, but I will read it again just to make sure I am not talking shit. Again, we have the board basically split in half, with daggers being able to push a little bit. Daggers can push a little bit into their deployment on turn 2. So during rounds 2 and 3 and 4, a friendly unit within 3 inches of an objective can spend an action to gather Emberstone. If all of the following conditions are met, a unit carrying treasure cannot perform this action. For each objective, the action can only be performed twice per turn. Interesting. Friendly fighters secure the objective. An objective is secure if, when the action is made, friendly fighters are within 3 inches of the objective and outnumber enemy fighters within 3 inches of the objective. This is a live check. Securing an objective is not sticky and it is not objective control. Example, Fort You Messing. This is huge. At first, it seems really wordy for no reason, but this is actually really important. This existing here is very important. because it's live. Objective control is never live in Warcry. It happens at the end of the turn, basically, at a specific point. This is specific for this action specifically. You check immediately, and you mess in, and objective control stuff does not matter. So this is very important. So excellent. The second time in the game, a fighter performs his action. At the end of the action, that fighter is carrying treasure and cannot drop it, overriding all other rules, Beast Rune Mark, Glimmer of Consciousness, and all that stuff. Very interesting. So beasts can actually carry this as well. So the second time in the game, a fighter performs his action. At the end of that action, that fighter is carrying treasure and cannot drop it. Excellent. Points scored below for gathering Emberstone, not for carrying treasure, which is the mechanic to penalize. Okay, here we go. This is where the source comes in. Yeah, so actually carrying treasure isn't the goal of the mission here. And the fact that you can't drop treasure is actually very important here, because when you look at the points, you do not score points for carrying treasure. The treasure is purely a mechanic to penalize over-reliance on one treasure carrier, basically spamming out this ability to, this action to loot this place, right? You'll need to track which units have already gathered Emberstone so you know to assign treasure if they do it a second time. That's really cool. So you won't be gathering Emberstone. You can do it on one guy. You can spam it on one guy. But you get punished, and we'll see how in the kill. During turns 2, 3, and 4, victory points are scored as follows to a maximum of 3 per turn. 1 point is scored each time enemy fighter is taken down. 1 point is scored in addition, in each case if the fighter is carrying treasure. And since you can't drop treasure if you have looted it, if you've looted twice in a game, it means you are locked with the treasure. Oh no, this is bad for you. So that's important to note. Because you're now worth more points, you don't want your chaff looting so much. If you are looting multiple times, you probably want to use something a bit more durable. Otherwise, you're in danger of just being killed and bleeding points, basically. And then in control, during turns 2, 3, and 4, you score 1 point for each time a friendly unit used the Gather Emberstone action to a maximum of 3 per turn. You score points when you gather Emberstone, not for carrying treasure. With only 3 objectives on the board, I believe, I'm trying to think, I'm pretty sure there was possibly more objectives in the first rendition of this pack. There was definitely something changed in it. I can't quite put my finger on what though. But yeah, you want to loot get 3 loots off per turn basically, but do it in a way that you're not potentially bleeding points in kill. Is basically how it goes. It's a good mission. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and actually what's really important here is that do they actually turn off? No, I believe they used to turn off. They don't anymore though. This could be quite handy with the what's it called? My brain is just not working. Yeah, so for each objective, the action can only be performed twice per turn. So this is the key bit here. So each turn you can only perform twice per objective. As the clause of Karanak player, what I can do here is use pack hunters really aggressively. So I could potentially loot here, loot like the closest objective to me twice, use pack hunters several times potentially to loot the center objective twice. This gives me, with 4 activations, using pack hunters very aggressively, I could actually lock down 2 objectives with pack hunters, making it so my opponent could only do 2 loots. I've looted an extra time, which doesn't score me points, but denies my opponent the ability to score points. So Shards of Emberstone could actually be quite good for Close to Karanak because of the existence of pack hunters, allowing me to chain activate, which can give me a tempo lead, which allows me to then, of course, shut down points earlier, which is quite important. Of course, the scary thing is that it gets harder to do, because once you're carrying a treasure, you can't do it anymore, right? So, and of course, once you're carrying a treasure, being killed is bad. There's a lot to this one. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I've been ignoring chat because I'm very silly. So will you take a Slaughter Priest? Yes. Flesh Hounds are on the same base as a Hound of Wrath and proxy well. Yeah, Flesh Hounds can't be allied. Is the big sad is that I would love to take a Flesh Hound, but they can't be allied. Although, of course, if I'm proxying Flesh Hounds as Hounds of Wrath, which you could be seeing as well, Pack Lord, Realm Go Ritualist, 3 Hounds of Wrath, and 3 Blood Whelps. Wow, that's a wild list. So, what, 1, 2... That's 8 as well. Oof, that's fun. That's a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, Pack Lord with 3 Hounds of Wrath. Damn. Okay, that's a very fast. That's very aggressive, but also very squishy. Is there points left over in that, Houston Toad? Like, can I like put on like damage on that Pack Lord and like vibe? So I'd love damage on that Pack Lord, but 3 Hounds of Wraths. That's a list. That works pretty well in a lot of these. Specifically for control, right? Because they're so fast. They're moving 7, just 10. With 10 points, well, there's only one option then, right? 10 points, you make that a crit 6 on your Pack Lord. You go with 5, 5, 2, 6, and you absolutely just pray to God you roll 6s and just destroy things. we go full on, like we relive our Lost for Lane glory days, where Lost for Lane killed 2 rat ogres in 2 turns by rolling only 6s. Like, popped off for like 40 plus damage on like like 40 plus damage on 1 turn, the next turn popped off like another like 50. It was insane. I recommend, if you want to win more games of Warcry, roll more 6s. It always works out for you. Design notes: because points are scored when fights are taken down, subsequent resurrections don't cheat, which has been said already. Objectives are normal objectives, and so abilities that key off proximity to an objective, fight for profit, work normally. A 40mm base cannot count towards securing 2 objectives instead. Again, the mathematically impossible thing, just to clarify for people who are trying to do that with smaller bases. And you can gather Emberstone twice in its activation if you wish, and you can gather more times in the 3 victory points. Excellent. So this allows me to use pack hunters to absolutely just fuck with people in the right matchup. There are times it will not work, and in the wrong matchup, being too pack hunter heavy will mean I've got a lot of early turn tempo, and then I just get completely bodied because I am out of activations way too early. So there's a time and place. I think a very careful application of pack hunters. I think probably on like turn like 2 or 3, using it as a way of like, take a guy, activate, run away, pack hunters, activate, run away, pack hunters, activate, run away, pack hunters, and do it in that kind of way would be the way to do it, to sort of get those 3 activations very, very quickly. Your opponent can't really do that without burning triples in that case. There's ways of doing it, but I think timing the pack hunter play is very important, and I think you'll only really be able to pull it off once before your opponent gets a bit wise to it and then like bodies you for trying it a second time. So you kind of want to like keep that in your back pocket and like drop that at a time where it really hurts, right? So I think that'd be pretty fun. We'll see how that goes. But I think, again, this is another mission where I think none of these missions work amazingly for Claws of Karanak, because Claws of Karanak are not a great warband. They will struggle into many matchups because it's Claws of Karanak. Even with points reductions, even with allies, they still have their inherent flaws that are hard to overcome. But their strengths are also, I think, helping a lot in letting them compete in this pack, which I'm quite excited for. That's 3 we can at least compete in, at least in control. Based on matchup, we could also do kill based on list, which is quite important. Houston Toad, yeah, the extra 2 Hounds of Wrath would just be Flesh Hounds. It would look cool. It would look really cool. It would look awesome. I think if I was to take 3 Hounds of Wraths, I think I would prefer to have 3 Flesh Hounds as the models, just for visual coherency, I think. As opposed to having like 1 Hound of Wrath and like 2 Proxy Hound of Wrath, I think I'd rather just have 3 Hounds of Wrath. be how I'd do it, I think. I'm not really sure. Finally, Joe, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. So we've got Vicious Encounter as our final mission of this pack. And we have our little starter text. This is the only one. Okay, it's still been split it's been split, like, again, in halves. But these are super close. Like, these shields being deployed so close to your opponent's dagger, that'll cause some issues. In this mission, fighters have a control score. That's interesting. A fighter within 3 inches of the battlefield edge has a control score of 1. In other circumstances, a fighter with 75 points. Oop, I think we've just had a bit of a lag spike. Hoping that recovers. And that being a bit weird. It looks like we've recovered there. That was a bit scary. Thought the universe had ended there. We're all back. Actually, yeah, a fighter with a control score of a fighter with 80 points or more has a control score of 3. Victory points are scored based on control of battlefield quarters. A quarter is controlled at the end of the turn if the control score from friendly fighters holding within the quarter is greater than the control score of enemy fighters. This... Oh god. I'm hoping it's stabilized anyway. So this is actually a really interesting... Assuming this is going to continue working, fingers crossed. It looks like this is a quarters mission that punishes people for hiding in corners. Which is the go-to for quarters, right? You'll keep one lad hiding in a corner and being all spooky. That is no longer the case. You can do that, but your score becomes 1. Your score gets tanked. It also helps if you have less cheap chaff, because more expensive fighters are worth more points, which means you have to keep a tally of your control and apply your more expensive models in key locations to hold those quotas. That's a really interesting take on quotas, as opposed to I have like one guy and now the quota's fully contested, because that's how quota sometimes works, and my one spider has boned you, or something exceedingly stupid like that. This one encourages you to be a bit more aggressive. You have to be further away from the battlefield edge to have a massive impact, and it helps more elite warbands who have access or are using more 80-point models to have more impact within quarters. Very, very cool. At the end of each turn, including the first, before control of a quarters is determined, fighters within 3 inches of the battlefield edge also take D3 damage. Damn. Do blessings change worth points? Let's have a look. Does not say in design notes. I would assume so, yes. Because in most other instances, where you have to like keep a tally of points, you also count blessings in that. So I assume so. I would think so. But that's definitely a question I'll throw to Andy for clarification, because that'd be great text to put in design notes, right? Just to clarify that. It would be great. But also, yes, also, if you hide in the corner on a table edge, you take damage. So you are very much incentivized to not do that. Do not stand near the table edge. You will take damage, and you are worth less when it comes to control. That's pretty important. So for scoring, during turns 2, 3, and 4, victory points are scored as follows, to a maximum of 3 per turn. 1 point is scored each time an enemy fighter is taken down. Yeah, blood whelps all getting crit blessings to count as more. Yeah, that's one of the big downsides, right, of blood whelps getting so cheap, is that they only count as 2 now. Back in the day, they were worth 3 when they were 90 points a pop. So we need to fix that, definitely. Yes, you get 1 point for killing the guy. An additional point is scored in each case if the enemy fighter taken down does not share. Yeah, so again, killing allies, thralls, and monsters gives you a bit of a benefit. For control, 1 VP if you control a quarter, 1 point if you control a second quarter, and 1 more if you control more quarters than your opponent. Range 3, 3 attacks, 4 strength, 1 4 damage. That's great. Like, it's 5 points cheaper than a Skirgan True Blades for that same profile. And frankly, 85 points for like a full powered 1/4 flail, moving 5, 12 wounds isn't too shabby. I think it was still, I think as it stands, like the Blood Whelps are already one of the best, not the best, but one of the better flails in Warcry. Even at 85 points, if they got like a little bit of a crit buff, or if we give them that 10 points of blessings, I think it still works. What's interesting here is that I don't necessarily think that I would need to bother too much with the Blood Whelps being worth 3, because everything else is worth, like, I think my list tend to take 3 to 4 Blood Whelps, so half the warband's worth 3, and it's an 8-man warband. It's probably enough, and with like the speed of the warband, could probably finagle it a bit. Having access to pulls means if there's like something that's, if I'm like, say, losing the top left quarter already, and I'm like just shy of controlling the bottom right quarter, like just pull a guy over. Just pull a guy over, right? And then you can sort of like, I've still lost the top left. I was already losing it, but I've now won the bottom right. So I think pulls again become a really big player on this. Pushes, of course, as well. Pushes being usually stronger, I find, but pushes only exist in Iron Jaws, which I'm not playing, so that's less relevant. Now I assume it's got to be, yeah, you also got to be wholly within. So you can also do things, for example, like if you want to be extra spicy, you can try and get your pulls to make them land straddling quarters, so they're worth neither. Right, so the example of pull a guy into a quarter you're losing, so it matters less. If the maths line up, if the pull lines up, pulling them to straddle a quarters is even better, because you deny them in both quarters. You have more play that way. Also, if someone makes the mistake of ever stepping onto a quarter line and not over it, net them. And then they're stuck there, and they're potentially being basically irrelevant. They're out of the game in multiple ways, right? Pulling Varangard, the perfect plan. That's how you do it, man. You pull the Varangard straight into you guys. What's the worst that could happen? But yeah, I think, honestly, I think Claws of Karanak, again, I don't think Claws of Karanak will win this event. I think, one, the player pool's way too good. Like the UK crowd is quite hard, quite hard now. Like back in like early Warcry 2, when people were still like experimenting with Warcry a bit, it was a bit easier to like throw out gimmicky lists and do well. It's much harder to do that now. Ask off Musings, he's finding it more difficult to land those weird janky list wins. So I don't think I'll be able to pull out a win in this pack with Claws of Karanak. However, I do think I'll make a good old show of it, because I think all 4 of these missions, in some way, the claws have play with the right list. Question is, what's the list, right? Like, it's difficult not to take a Deathbringer, and it's a crutch. It really is a crutch, right? But Deathbringer, Realm Gore. So it's Pack Lord, Deathbringer, Realm Gore, Hound of Wrath, and 4 Whelps is such a consistently good all-round list for claws. It's hard to move away from it. Because you just have options to deal with things you don't want to deal with. Like, it's especially good for the kill component, because you can assassinate things. Like, for example, if you need to kill their really big thing and you want to get that blood tally as high as possible early, pull the big thing in and kill the kings, hope for that 6, and get a massive lead on wounds. I think it's wounds, right? Probably wounds. It is wounds. Or you want to like kill off an ally or something, again, you can pull them in and then badash, get that assassination off, and you're good to go. So it's tricky. it's tricky. I am quite intrigued with Triple Hound of Wrath. Honestly, it seems like a really fun list. And frankly, Triple Hound of Wrath kind of opens up Pack Hunters even more, because it means that most of the warbands are actually able to be reactivated, right? Because Hounds of Wraths, everyone can use Pack Hunters, but you can only target Hounds of Wraths or Bloodwhelps. So having like 3 Hounds of Wraths and 3 Bloodwhelps means, like, 6 of your 8 models are actually targetable for some kind of wild plays. And they're not bad, right? Like 5424 isn't a bad profile. If you've got a bunch of them in one place, try and blend one guy down. Can be quite fun. If I get a game in at some point, Triple Hand of Wrath, I might give that a go. Houston Toad even inspired us. Even inspired us something greatly with that. And speaking of the game, Joe has just mentioned in a DM here that he's actually free for a game, so that would be great. Because I'll boot up some TTS and we'll get that list. We'll get that list tested straight away. Because that's the pack. I love Andy's pack. This is there's been some changes, some established missions, there's some new missions. It's a great pack, and it's a lot of fun. So before I do that, 2 more things to show. 1, Warcry is definitely becoming a thing, right? Because Warhammer Spokane, okay? I believe Spokane's in Washington, in the US, not Washington in the UK, in the newer Washington. They're doing a 5-week Warcry League, like an official Warhammer League for Warcry. Unheard of. That's crazy. I even commented. That's me right there. But not only that, we're in Warhammer World. We're back in Warhammer World for the first time in over a year. Right, I think the last event was in February of last year, so it'll be a year and a bit, like a year and 3 months since our last trip to Warhammer World. This is really exciting, right? That's like, we've got 2 confirmed UK tournaments from the community. We have a US league in Spokane, and Warhammer World is welcoming back Warcry. It's a good fucking time. I'm really excited. So, with that out of the way, let's get some Steam open. Where's Steam? I can't find Steam. Yeah, like, Warhammer World's great. Warhammer World's amazing. Like, I think Warhammer World is like, as much as I think anyone who goes to community events can agree, community events are amazing. They're so much fun. They're so well done nowadays. But there's something to be said for vibing with, like, in Warhammer World. You know what I mean? It's a fun place, right? It's a fun place. Being at, like, the sort of like the cultural heart of the hobby, right? It's a fun time. So I've got the list all punched in here. Let's get... Ooh, Steam's taking a while. Come on, Steam. Try the spicy wings. Nah, man. I like a bit of spice in my life, but spicy food at a tournament? I feel like that's some sabotage right there. Let's hit up this. We're almost ready to put these styles thing up. What are you navigating the complexities of OBS and Steam? But this should. My God, it worked. Right. And then we go over here and here jump into a call. Bonk. So I'm in recording booth 2, Joe. If you're around, feel free to pop in whenever you're ready, and we should be good to go in theory. So let's get a lobby all set up. Bada bish, bada bush. I don't actually think my headphones were on. Hang on. They weren't. My headphones were off. Hang on. Hello, Joe. Are you there?
I can hear you.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I have a lobby set up. It's just Warcry TTS and the password's 123.
Cool.
And I have a very fun close the cow necklace to test out. We'll see how it goes. What are you taking today, my guy?
My not Dark Oath.
Yes. How's the Dark Oath thing coming along?
It's an uphill battle, but I've been playing a lot into null chemists.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Null chemists.
which makes it a really uphill battle.
Yeah, I can imagine. Right, off to like. I'm trying to figure out how to even do this for the. Okay, so I kind of want to have the Realm Gore and the Packload together. I think it's something like this. It feels wrong. It doesn't feel right. We'll give it a go. Nattering, I'm currently in a rut. There's not really folks that play local, so I don't get to use the Dragon Bone Eye terrain I made. And that also has me without motivation to paint my Pyrgeists. Yeah. Nattering, I'm often in the same place. There aren't actually people near me who play Warcry. I get all of my in-person Warcrying done at events. So if there's no events, my motivation to actually play or interact with the hobby with painting or building drops off a cliff. It becomes much more difficult. So yeah, I can feel that. It's tricky. The one thing I can recommend, or to at least try, is to so with Phylax, Lord Phylax from Worlds Cry UK, he basically had the mantra of if you build it, it'll come. So he started a Warcry club, and then slowly people started to join it, and he started to do tournaments, and people started to go to them. So a potential would be to start a Warcry club and get people involved that way. If you wanted to motivation to play the game, right? He should do it for the hobby inspiration. I plan TTRPG campaigns that use my Warhammer models. That is also a great idea. Yeah, have alternate uses for the models that you're using it for is actually a great idea. But Joe, let's have a look at your list. I'll stop rambling. Oh, it's Ephelim! Okay. A Mighted Marauder champion. Okay.
Yeah, I needed a leader, you see.
Yeah. He's a 5-4-1-3. He's a blender.
Yeah.
So we've got Ephelim with strength. We've got a strengthed up champion. Some marauders. We've got Nadja, big fan. Spawnmore, some pulls, and the Demon Smith Chaos Spawn wombo combo with strength as well. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's 9 man. I'm outnumbered, which is always scary.
I've got 3 wizard bolts as well.
Ooh, that's also scary because I have no ranged. So that's kind of spooky. As I have 3 Hounds of Wrath. Three Hounds of Wrath, a pack load with crit, a Realm Go Ritualist, and then 3 Blood Whelps, and they all have flails. I'm always torn between flails and spears, but I tend to just settle for the extra range. The spears are great because they're 2 4 damage spears.
I think the spears are the better choice. I've used both. Like when I first started playing Warcry, I was using a lot of cores because it's all I had, and I think I came out to 2 inches still fine.
That's fair. You know what? Let's give it a go. I don't use spears anywhere near enough. I'll plunk in some spears.
Like I do have a whole bunch of actually painted flails and spears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which one. I think the master's literally the same.
I think it is.
Yeah, It's just, do you want a 3-inch reach or a 2-inch reach?
Yeah. Hitting for 2 damage feels nice, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll replace them with some spears. I never use spears.
Just
so-
mix it up and just have one.
That's good. Oh god, I've destroyed everything. Okay, so we'll have like 1 spear. We'll delete all these extra lads. My god. There we go. So we'll put a spear in with like this Hound of Wrath.
Mm.
There we go. You know what, actually, what I'm gonna do is do something like that. Is 2 Hound of Wraths in 1 deployment group? Nah.
I think if they both go in shield, yeah. The shield always seems to be out on the open or in the middle.
Yeah, that's true. Could the flail reach over the hound?
Yeah.
Yes. Not quite a full inch, but yes, it can reach over the whole hound, which is pretty sweet, which is pretty spicy. Excellent. So, oh, did I spawn terrain in?
No, I didn't. I was messing about.
I mean, I'm fine with that terrain, frankly. If you're okay with it.
Yeah. No.
And then I'll roll a mission. I'll roll a dice for the mission. We'll get going. I'll get a 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Running out of time. Bonk. What's this? 6 6 objectives. Can't hold more than 1 objective at a time with 1 model. The highest points value. If they die, you score a bunch of points. And objectives get removed until there's only 3 left, I believe.
Oh.
Sweet. Okay.
Roll a dice for picking colour.
Ooh. I get a... I don't get a pick.
I think I'll go with
Blue?
No, I'm going to go red. Reds today.
I'm going to sneakily move that slightly, so there's more access to that objective for clicking. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And then attacker and defender. 2. Oh, this mission sucks. We played it. Oh, was it? Oh, was it that way? Yeah, okay. The twist is too aggressive.
If you want.
What else is here? What else exists? Test of Courage. That's a classic, Test of Courage, actually. Could do a classic one like Test of Courage. A battle group becomes broken as soon as half or more fighters are taken down. Each fighter in the shield has to be deployed within 2 inches of each fighter in the shield. The player with the fewest broken battle groups wins. That's it.
Okay, so okay, yeah, do that.
So we'll call you. Plonk you down. So it's a bit of a kill mission, basically.
Yeah.
Where are the doors? I need to be careful of doors because my Hound of Wrath can't go through it because he doesn't understand what a door is. Be a fun time. What did we roll, by the way? So I got a... I rolled it. Was it 1? I rolled a 2. So I have attack and defender, right?
Yeah, it's all red. I'll stick with red.
Yep. So I won the roller for attack and defender, so I'll let you set up first. There we go. And it's daggers and hammers.
I'm not telling
Dagger.
you.
Hammer. So the battle group that I wanted on the board turn 1 is not on the board turn 1. So that's a bit unfortunate. Not a champion. Okay. Okay, so I've got my dagger next. I have some major concerns about this whole pull, spawn, demon smith wombo combo going on here.
It's glorious if it works.
Cause normally I would probably place on here as a way of like quickly going off, but if I do that, I think I'm getting slammed, which is not ideal. So mayhaps being a little bit cautious. Although there's a limit to how I can do this. No, what if I was to say, fuck it? What if I dared you? Come on! I dare you to do it.
I don't need that much.
I need to be 7 away from it. I don't want to be shot for free is the issue. Like, getting shot twice would not be fun. So theoretical, if you're like the closest points, right, we're here. I would need to be like basically like this. And with 3D, I'd be 7.4 away, which is safe. I think. Yeah, I think that's probably. I'll probably do it this way. So we've got. Yeah, nailed it. I can see the chaos spawn. It's kind of spooky. We'll do that. How bad could it be? Oh, I've also got this guy. I've got my own pull. I can pull you. Pull off.
I'm going to say it. It'll sound bad for me today.
This is my ruin. Oh no. I forgot I was deploying here. I've got more guys who you can pull and completely destroy. The Apatrax play. Houston Toad just pulling each other off. It's the only way to play Warcry.
You said it.
It's the only way to play Warcry. So I think we need to do something like this. We're doing some. I mean, we could. What if though? What if we were just like unbelievably aggressive?
Bonsai.
This is not a good idea. It's fucking fun though. It's not a good idea, but it's fun to do. Let's do it like a little bit cheeky. So like we're a bit out of range of him. I also want to do it to you. Okay. So you do something kind of strange. That's the perfect way of doing it, because straight lines make it a bit more awkward. Because my base being tilted like this means that I would actually stop on my own blood drop if I was pulled, making it a bit harder to do. There's probably an angle where you can do it, but tricky oval base players should help. Now then, the hound jumping in my brain either goes witness melee or just yeet. Yeah, basically. That's me set up there. Let's roll some dice and see what hilarity ensues. Good luck, sir.
I'm just getting a second Nattering model for no reason.
Oh no. I got 4 singles and a very low quality double. So I've got initiative. I do want to pull. Like, pulling this turn would be really good. But a 1-inch pull is kind of fucking worthless. I'm going to make a double 6 and just see how that fares.
I'm going to stick. Yeah, I'll stick.
Okay. Right. So I am at a model disadvantage. I think you take the first activation. See if that bites me in the arse or not later on. In the great pull-off, I've got a bigger pull than you. Mine's 8 inches to your 6.
Yeah, but mine
yours flies.
Mine makes you move.
Oh, okay. So Ephelim's on the move.
Yeah, Ephelim's going to shoot at the whelp down there next to the dog.
Okay, okay. Toughness 3.
2 attacks.
I take 3.
3.
I'm done at 9.
I'll shoot him again.
I might die. I take 3.
No, 3 more.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay. Wow. That was a smidge unfortunate. What to do? Yeah, I found this train funny. Just this corridor in the center where like sheer walls and doors I can't operate exist and all everywhere. Right, so I can't pull Ephelim because he's basically blocked by this. Some like weird spawn pull though. Can't take him in a weird direction. Possibly. I don't know what to do. I'm like kind of at a loss. So many Hounds of Wrath, so little time. I can't move next to your Demon Smith because you'll get a free move and attack from the spawn. Which is not good. I don't want to take that. Right, I think I do need to get moving though. So I think going with... I don't want to be shot again. Necessarily. Right, I'm going to go with the Blood Whelp here.
Yep.
and can confirm not interested in being shot by this guy. So he's actually going to climb over this bit of terrain.
Yeah. Just call it 2. It's not all, like, clearly it's not 3 inches.
I don't want to climb actually, because you've got guys coming in here, which is not ideal. I could just like run, like make a runner for it. Yeah. The blood bob's just got to run. It'll go like 1.5, and then he's got 8.5 left. You'll probably get a shot next turn, but it's fine. He's on his way, bless him. He's trying his best. And I'll use a double on respite to heal 1.
Okay.
I was tempted to heal 6. I'm still tempted to heal 6.
Right.
Ironic given the low. Nah, man, he can sense that there's like the potential of an Ephilim teleporting here. He's just preparing. He's not running away. He's running towards future danger. That's how it works.
Worry about that. Let's do some easy.
I know it's bait. Like, I know it's bait, but I want to take it. I am going to take it actually because if you die, that's really good. If you don't die, I'm in locked in combat, so you can't shoot us. So, I mean, you can just pull us, I guess, but like, it's more effort. So Hand of Wrath, not being cowardly, will move in and have a cheeky swing at this Marauder.
Cool. That's my score.
So that's 5 dice sitting on 3s. 4s. See what toughness for. Yeah! Hand of Wrath! He wrathed for a whopping 4 damage. He's mighty. I'm already missing the strength 5 Hand Wraths. Not gonna lie. Oh no! Don't pull as close out as the Marauder champion.
I'm going to spend the double to move the this guy.
Oh, he's on his way. It's just 4, right? Not 5?
It's his speed, isn't it?
I don't know. A number of inches equaled. Oh, it has a move. Oh, that's really good. That's way better than mine. Mine's like dice value dependent. Ooh. Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, that's. And then he's wounded.
Okay. So the Realm Goal Ritualist. Is going to do some pulls. As he's going to jump off. So we're going to go into 2D movement. We're yeeting ourselves to full 4. 4 damage. No, we're fine. And then we're going to go another 4. Alas, the terrain will stop you from moving. I'm not fast enough for the pull. My life is ruined. I can pull you slightly. It's just not a huge deal, really. Is there a way from here to do anything with that then? Not really. So from here, we can go like a bit more silly with it, like this. I still think you're getting caught on that corner because of your base. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll still do it. Yeah, probably. I mean, I could do a rush or something, I guess. Probably should, in that case, I probably should have healed 6 on him. In that case, because the pull isn't that great. Can the whelp swing at Apatrax from the ground? Yes.
Okay.
If I was within 3. Which I'm not, but I could, in theory.
You get exposed to the wall.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. You're moving 5, so a 6-inch threat. I'm gonna move 4. And I think I will use it on a rush here, just to get a better position. No, I won't. From here, I'm going to pull you. So you get a 6-inch move directly towards me, and then you stop on 8 models and train, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. So I'll let you move that 6 inches directly towards us. Bonk. You have been stopped by a wall. And that's me done.
Cool.
Ephraim will get caught on this on the pillar here. Ephraim's base is, I think, bigger than this whole thing because of the angle. You can't go through terrain, which is unfortunate. So yeah, Ephraim couldn't be pulled off here because of the terrain. Pulling Ephraim would be really fun though.
More the champions stepping up.
Yep.
You toughness 3.
I am toughness 3.
5 attacks. 3s.
Ah!
Take 8.
You're a 1-3.
No, it's a 1-3.
I take 4.
Take 4.
I'm down to 3. I'm alive.
Oh.
The mighty blood whelp, unkillable. don't want to. I don't want to get double shot. Is the issue. I'm like very concerned about being double shot. Because my toughness, my wounds aren't high enough to sustain being blasted by a wizard a trillion times in a single turn. Let's do something like moving this guy down. He'll climb down safely, because again, wounds being an issue. So you'll move like an inch to here, like the 3 inches down.
Yeah.
And then he's got like an inch left, so you'll like just skedoodle to like here. And then he's got another 5 inches of move. So don't want to be shot twice. Shot once is fine comparatively. So he'll move like this. He'll move to like here. Basically. And that's him done. Over to you.
Move to there and shoot the ritualist.
Makes sense. Right over here. Hitting on, I think I'm toughness 3. I am. You're on force. Oof.
Take 6.
Down to 12. So I have a Hound of Wrath left.
I have old noodle arms.
I think I'm actually going to wait on the Hound of Wrath.
Okay.
Because he can't really do much where he is currently. Although, hang on. This could be funny, actually. I mean, we could do like some like
They doing jumpy jumps.
do some jumpy jumps and engage them basically. Yeah, because you should be within 14, right? Yeah, just do a whole bunch of leaping. Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
Hand of Wrath, he's on his way. She'll go like 7 of that. Do a bit of a rotate thing going on. Ooh, going backwards a bit. There we go. And then you'll jump 7. Ooh. I don't think I can get into combat with you. It's because of how falling off the cliff works. Okay. Okay. I definitely not get in combat with you because of how the distances are. But I can get to there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying hello.
Yeah. Spawn will go. Beep, 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 beep. I'm gonna have a little tickle on the old
Yeah, go for it.
tree. 4 attacks on please. Take 6.
I am down to 6.
And I'm done.
So I've got a lot of guys hurting. But I've got some friends on the way. So I think it's like you win at the end or you don't. Right? There's actually no points being scored this turn at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So on to turn 2. Bada bish. Casual Hound of Wrath jumping over the dwarf's head. Yep. I will never be okay with the Hound of Wrath being movement 7 and not movement 8, by the way. Like, they had the opportunity to give this guy like Corn's number of movement and they didn't, and it's kind of insulting. Not gonna lie. Like, for balance, sure, but like, fuck balance. Give us movement 8 Hound's Wrath, please.
Yeah, let us have fun. Who cares about balance?
Yeah. So I've got 3 singles. I've got initiative again. Okay. That's
No, got to.
it's not hugely great. Okay. So 1.3. That's up then. 1.3 away. What can we do with that? We can be a bit like a little bit silly here. Yeah, let's be a bit silly. Let's make a quad.
What?
Let's do a quad.
No. I'll do a triple then.
Okay, so I still have initiative.
I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to make us roll for it.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Let's make us roll for it.
Sweet.
Beat it.
I think you've got it.
Maybe. We know what these dice are like.
No. Over to you.
Set your dudes up. Mine are.
No, you're doing right. So again, I don't understand doors, so this is just bad. It's not a good time.
Let's say this one's a door.
I don't understand doors. My Hound of
Say
Wrath
these
doesn't know
are
what a door is. You'll just climb over it, it's fine. Sure. I mean, like, Ephelim's definitely running away, which is fine. I can live with that. But like, what if though? What if I had 2 ounce rats? That's so stupid. It's too stupid. I can't do it. My brain can't do it. We'll do this like this, and we'll put some of our chaff just sort of like vibing, ready to poke people. There we go. That'll be me. See how it works. Up to you. You get to do all kinds of nasty things in whatever order you please.
Right. I think I'm going to start with spawn. I think that's okay. Speed 5. I'll get closer.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to attack the ritualist. Three attacks on 3s.
I use my reaction cons too.
Cool.
I die.
You do 4, do 6, sorry.
Yep, I die. You take 2 in return.
And then that one. Spend a double.
Okay, so this is a good time to like hit Ephelim, but again, that reaction is going to like it's not going to be a fun time. So I'm not really fast enough to like get into a location where you can't just get us.
Right, so you move within 3 of one of my arrows, right?
Yeah.
And then I have speed 5.
Yeah, so like if I was to go like here, at my furthest, right? Like if I was to go as far as humanly possible, like you walk like 2 inches in his. So it's like not that I can really do about that. Which kind of makes us want to ignore Ephelim entirely and go like punch Nadja in the head.
It's not a bad option.
Because I see that triple there. I'm aware what it can do.
You do.
Of course, you can use it on this guy, which is also not fun, but bad things are happening. And I miss my Deathbringer already immensely.
I 100% understand that.
Yeah, so I'm going to go this way. Just pop our head over here. I can get within 1 of him, that's fine. I mean, I've got 5. It's an archway, right? So I can go 5. Can I pop through the archway?
Yeah.
I have the movement. I have the power. I am now here. Hello. I will now swing at your face and hope you die.
Which one?
Nadia, who is substantially scary.
Yeah. I don't like saying it, but I'll let you have it.
Yeah. We'll whiff. That's a whole 4 damage. Oh no. I will now use Savage Mauling. So I get to pick you up and place you somewhere and then attack again. So I'm going to suplex you over to here.
Yeah.
And then swing at you some more.
I'll use the Dark Oath Glorious Death just in case.
Yep. Come on. That's better. That is 6, 8, 10. That's 12.
That kills it. And I get a double.
You have been savagely mauled.
Double
And-
one though, but still got one.
That is a pack load done. And is that battle group broken now? Was that just? Oh, I had spawn mode.
no,
I had spawn mode as well.
yeah, all of them have 3 in.
Yeah.
What's the 6? Maybe if I do it, I get him killed. I don't know if it's perfect. I think I'll go with the Marauder champion, and he's going to hit the guy he's next to.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll use counter, I guess. Like,
Cool.
see what happens. Hey, you take 3. I die. That's a broken battle group, so I'll give you a point for that.
Cool.
Just to mark it. This Hound of Wrath will try and eat this Marauder.
Yeah.
It's 5 attacks and 3s.
Glorious death.
4, sorry. Yeah. That is it.
That is that one dead.
You have been mauled. Then I will send this Hound of Wrath. Kind of tempted to go this way. Yeah. Hound Wrath. We'll go this way. Squeeze in nice and close to here. So I'm within 3 of this guy, so he can react, but he can't actually get in range to attack. So it should be safe. And that is...
Just checking that if I have this. Well, that is 6. Yeah. No, that's cool. I can't move because I've got to be within an inch.
Yeah. So he'll stand there. The plan is to have a wall of dogs standing here and hoping for the best. It's in a straight line. Don't pull the dog. He spent his turn to get there. No.
I know.
Leave him alone.
6. I'll go back a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna pull the dog.
God damn it. That's such a good pull because it's you moving. So I'm getting pulled directly into you because I'm moving 7. Bonk. There is no escape. Okay.
I was trying to get the one on top and drop it this side of the wall, but he was just a bit too far away.
Right. Let's go with this Hand of Wrath. He is going to do some extreme parkour and like do a 360 kickflip. Land here to replace the other Hand of Wrath and then attack spawn more. Toughness 3. Nice. Hit on 3s. And you've already went right, so
yeah,
I'll roll it. For a whopping 6.
So.
And that is the Hand of Wrath done.
Yeah, disengage.
Man, Man, if I was playing pure Claws of Karanak, I could have done my battle trait to deal potentially 1 damage there.
Yeah.
The opportunities I've lost are immeasurable. Right, so let's get some of these blood bulbs moving. I think I kind of want to climb up here and just like get up high and support for next turn. I mean, they could maybe take on this guy. Maybe. Because Ephelim started with this group, right? So yeah, I would need to kill him to clear that group for points.
Yeah.
I think I have to. I think I need to dedicate some manpower over there. So the Claw Flail will go 5. Then he'll go 3.6. He can't get over the wall because it's like 2 inches high. So he's more or less wasting movement. But I mean, I could instead go up here, I guess, right? So like go 5 to like here. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that. Over to you.
Right. Evelyn will go and she's going to shoot with that roll a couple of times.
That's a good.
Toughness 4?
Yes, but I'm in cover, so it'll be toughness 5.
Right. I'm going to fast roll it.
Yeah, go for it. It's still 9. Oof. 11.
And then...
Not more teleports. No.
Yep. I think I'm going to teleport.
Yeah, Houston Toad clearly there weren't enough Hounds of Wrath. There aren't enough Hounds of Wrath. I need more Hounds of Wrath.
I disagree.
What I love about Airflame, right, is that my warband's quite moving 5 and moving 7, right? My warband's quite fast. It doesn't really matter because your warband at moving 4 is still faster because of Airflame.
Yeah.
It's fun. I love Airflame. He's a bit of a mindfuck, but I like him quite a bit. I think it's time to send the Hound of Wrath up and over into the spawn mode to try and kill him. And sadly, probably into his own doom. So, Hound of Wrath time. You'll climb the 4? How tall is that? There's my measuring doodad.
It's 3. It's 3.
3?
Yeah.
3. So like 3 up and then now they jump the 4 basically. So
yeah.
If you're within 4, my measuring doodad.
Within
It's
5,
because
it could be in melee.
Yeah, so it'd be jumping over, wood up. Right, so.
Cool.
Hello. I don't think we're within react range of that. So I'll take a swing into spawn mode. Try and take him out. Well, so let's go. The opportunity. Yeah. Just at 6 damage.
Cool.
And I believe that's a point because of Nadia, right?
Yep.
There we go. Hound of Wrath is in grave danger.
No.
From 2 wizards in a fucking spawn.
So I will start with the demons.
Oh dear.
He's going to wizard blast the Hound of Wrath next to the spawn. Come on, do it. That'll be 9.
Oh, is that yeah? Oh god, I'm down to 9.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, so he's half dead. That's not good. Blood Whelp. Go! There we go. He's on his way. He's got his mission. And that's me completely done, so it's all you now.
Move there. To there. To there. Somewhere around there. Spend the triple, get +5.
Oh god. 9 attacks, let's go. Hit on 4s, F3s, sorry, because you've got this one strength. I think I die. I do. Aggressively.
10, 14.
Bonk. That's a hound dead.
I'm done.
Okay. So it's not looking too good. I don't have. My issue is I don't have an answer for the spawn or your wizards. Is part of the issue.
Yeah.
Because my damage is too high, and if I attack the wizards, the spawn comes in and kills us. I'm not quite durable enough to like take that, so it's a bit of a. It's a tricky spot.
Yeah.
But I'll see how it goes. It's 10-3 now, right? So
Yeah.
I get a triple.
2 dubs.
Right, so right, so this hound is with this guy. So this guy needs to live.
No, this hound is. The one in the middle
What's that
did the 360 no scope.
Ah, right. So it's this hound and him.
That one ran in. That one ran in from over here.
Right. Let's mark them up. They've been marked. These two came with the dead hound, and this hound's group is dead. So, more or less. So. Right. Yeah, because it's like this. Just right. Okay. So ability-wise, what do I need to do? Flee is basically
Don't be like that.
the idea. At least in some points, on some places, I need to run away, but like not with everybody. Yeah. I would love to make another quad because Savage Mauling is actually quite good.
It's fun. It is fun.
But I think actually making a double might be better here. But having more abilities than all out in one. We'll see.
No, I'm just going to put my wild in there, in the singles.
Go for it. You have initiative. I'm glad to see what a hound heavy claws list looks like. Not great, but different. I can see it doing well in certain matchups. But honestly, the oval bases are quite awkward to work with. And they're not quite fast enough. Like moving 7's fast, but like on a terrain dense board like this one, they're not quite fast enough, and their damage output isn't good enough without strength blessings to reliably land the kills you need when you're investing like half your warband's points in them. Like I like them, but maybe as like a 1 of, not as a 3 of. And I think having a Deathbringer instead of like 1 Hound of Wrath gives me like a legitimate way to deal with the spawn. At least as a way to either like fight it outright or scare it off from coming into a part of the board. So it's hard to give up the Deathbringer in Claws of Karanak. He is a solution to most problems.
Under double.
We're being pulled. Teleported, sorry.
Yeah, teleport today. Okay. That's uptraces. Done.
Okie dokie. I am going to go with my Blood Whelp with Barbed Spear. Or Barbin. He is going to hop the wall.
Yeah.
And get within 2. So, bonk. He's going to poke you with a stick.
Yeah.
Do you wish to react?
No.
Pokey stick, go! Take 2 damage. He will then use Pack Hunters with a triple to activate
Someone else.
this Hound of Wrath. So you can't see that one. And this Hound of Wrath is going to barrel into this guy.
Cool.
And then attack 5 times. Hitting on 4s. Do you wish to react?
I'll react. Yeah, why not? Glorious Death.
Yep. That is 8 damage. Not quite good enough. Nattering, the little demon that moved onto the building, is Apatrax. He is a little gremlin demon who can fly, and can also, like with old Ephelim's warband, can teleport between other Ephelim members, and has a pull. So is quite a good little toolbox of a model. And has a great attack stat of 1-4-3-6, which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a mad little wizard bolt.
Yeah, point blank like shotgun wizard bolt.
Yeah. The Demon Smith is going to make less toughness on the closest hound.
Mm-hmm. And now toughness.
-2 toughness. I'm going to wizard bolt it twice.
I'm too close. I am within your 3-inch minimum.
Oh, you are, yeah. I'll do it once then.
Ziggy, he's also just a weird little guy. Yeah, he is. Fire away. Hit on the 3s. Pew pew. At 6.
6.
Okay, we can go like... with a rush, potentially go like 5-3 swing. If I kill you, that's good. If I die, if I don't kill you, I probably die because you get 10 attacks hitting on 3s. But yeah, I think I'm going to use this double on a rush to get the hound in. Plus, it gets us away from Ephelim, who's a bit scary. So we'll go. Actually, maybe not. Because of a fucking awful base. It ruins everything. So do like 6. I don't think I'm getting 2 from here. I believe. We did it. We're going in backwards, but within the 1 inch. So we're going to hind leg kick you in the back of the head. Hoping for the best.
I will do Glorious Death because I don't expect you to do it.
Yep, so hit on 4 still. I hit you 3 times, which is... God damn it, I hit you once. Hounds of Wrath, come on. Just do something at any point, damn it. Oh, God. Oh, the need strength was at 5. Even then that roll wouldn't have done it, but still, like, my God. Two Hounds of Wrath and a Blood Whelp. This one fucking Marauder champion. Oh no. This is bad news bears time. We're getting blasted.
Single blasting.
Fire away. Take 3.
Yeah.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. We're alive. The hounds are alive, I think. No, one of them died. Yes, one of them did die. It was spawned. So yeah, Chaos Spawn came in, attacked it like 10 times with his triple, and then he exploded. So that was the end of that spawn, that hound. Okay, so the last hope is this little shithead to do like a crit is what we need. So he's jumping off. He's going all in. He's coming in. He's taking fall damage maybe. He's made of steel. Hitting on 3 hits or a crit with this flail, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Come on. I've got 1 left. God damn it. 2 whelps and 2 hounds of wrath. This little shithead's still alive. I love it. Got a goober on the way. Oh, I'm getting stabbed. No. Hey, 1-3 spear.
Cheeky spear.
Cheeky spear. Hit on 5s. Okay.
Nothing.
Right. Yeah, I did. It's a fun option. I think what's going to end up happening is probably going to be a tie, because he's going to die, and he's going to die, and that ties out at 2 broken feet. I am going to try and stop that though. I don't want it to actually happen. So the pack lord is going to. He's not engaged. So he's just going to go through this door. He's on the run. He'll go like 60 here. He's got like 4 left. Can't be like too close to him. So he uses 4 to run over here. There we go. He's on the move. Pack lord's fleeing. He killed. He savagely mauled Nadia, and then bailed after being shot 1,000 times.
He knows the trouble of what Nadia is, though.
Yeah, Nadia would have bodied. He would have been deleted. It was 2 wizard bolts and a Nadia triple. He wouldn't have lived. Here comes the spawn.
I'm done.
He's so spooky. Right, okay, so it's the final turn.
Yep.
It all comes down to this. I get a triple. Oop. Okay, so you have initiative.
Do I want? I think it's just make a double. There you go.
I kind of want to make a double as well. But I also like kind of need initiative. Yeah, I need initiative. I'll make a single.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be having this. This is not healthy for like long-term success. He's one of the key. What he can't die. This is too important. So this Hound of Wrath will go and will swing into this Mora champion because he kind of just has to.
Yeah. Evil, glorious death. Reaction.
Yep. Yep. You get a glorious death.
I get a triple for that.
And then the Hound of Wrath will go an inch or ish, and then go 6 directly away. He's done his job. And that scores a cheeky point for breaking the battle group.
So they're one battle group. These three.
No. No, so this guy's...
That's the first... Yeah.
Yeah, so he came with this guy. So those two are one battle group. He's basically irrelevant. And they're one battle group. I'll mark them up just so it's a bit easier to see. So artifacts are one group. And the infected bone is basically a trap. He has no value.
Yeah. There we go. Dwarf's moved, and he's going to put +2 toughness on these four.
Okay, this pack lord is going to skedaddle like no one skedaddled before. He is going is full 10. Hang the fuck on. Let's not be too hasty here. He's going to go his full 10 whilst also staying safely away from him. He will use his triple as a double to heal 2.
Yep.
To survive a hit and a crit from a wizard bolt. But anything better than I'd die anyway, so we're hoping for the best. Turns out the wrath is entirely experienced by the player. It takes a lot for them to do something. It took an awful lot to kill that Marauder champion. It's the forever corn problem that like everything corn has to be strength 4 for no reason. Which is great on chaff. Like their strength 4 chaff is amazing, but it gets substantially worse. Like the bigger the thing gets. Like Hounds of Wrath being strength 4, it isn't so good. Like the Pack Lord being strength 5 is legitimately like he's one of the only strength 5 corn models in the whole game. It's kind of insane.
Oh, I guess I'll go with my other option.
He's only moving 4, is Apatrax. Not that really matters because you're getting you're getting in point blank range anyway, so
3.
this random bit of debris is like it's giving us the last shred of hope being covered.
There we go, that's off track.
Right, so I don't actually think I've got the movement for this because Hounds of Wrath not being fast enough, but so I can use archways, I can't use doors, so that's an arch. So we could theoretically go through the arch and move our 7. Yeah, we'll go. So I need to finagle it a little bit. So we're going like an inch to here to get around that corner. We're going 6 to get through the arch.
Yeah.
And then we're going to full 7 and we're going to tag Effelin. I don't think that I can do it like this to make it like the most awkward imaginable. But like, I don't think it ultimately matters. See, I'll do that. Oh god, no! That's not a spawn. Oh, it's not even visible. He's got a built-in psychic connection to all your heroes.
Yeah. Go on. Bash your head till it works.
Yeah, so Houston, this is the kind of thing that like Hound Wraths are great for, is for tying up range units, right? But like, it still might not be enough in this case. Their speed is probably their greatest strength, even if they are like a little bit clunky because they can't use doors. If they could understand doors, my god, they'd be unstoppable.
I don't think you can get there.
Yeah, because it'd be 2 inches from like the wall, right? So you've basically like 2 inches of move. So I don't think you basically even like fit in like the actual like.
No, I can't fit in the gap. So even he fell down.
Yeah. His base is a bit too chunky.
Close than that because it was 4 and up. I think the spawn's going to go. I'm going to spend the triple as plus 2 on each. I'm going to move 4 and up, half corner. And then.
Yeah, I think it's in, right?
Give that guy a bit of a look tap, see what happens.
Yeah, if he dies, it ties up the game, so it's quite scary.
Yeah.
Hit on the 3s. Which means to +3. Leathers and furs on. Oh, it's 8.
8.
Right, so it's basically just Ephelim left.
Yeah, it's Ephelim and Guy over here, and Guy over here is just running about.
Sure, let's stab the spawn with our barbed spear. 4 attacks, hitting on
6.
4s. With enough 6s, you might die. Barbed spear, go! That's no damage. Yeah, Korn is not happy with our cowardice. He's like, nah, man, this is like not the behavior that I want to encourage.
Blast the guy, see if I get 2.
That's double 6s, right? That's what we need.
Yeah.
Oh, almost. Oh, that was tense. So I'm down 4. And this flail swing 6 times. Hit on 4s. Korn's really pissed. He's like, fat dude, this is like. What's this, man? You might be hunting cowards. What are you doing? That's 2 damage.
That one that ends his turn about that.
That's game. That was. Now that required some absolute, just cowardly behavior. This Hound of Wrath probably came in as a. Was like the clutch between victory and defeat was the heal in that Hound of Wrath.
Yeah, like I've been using a lot of claws prior.
Yeah.
To them being better, and I found using pack lords with +1 speed.
With speed.
2 of them. Yeah.
Interesting.
Speed 6 pack lords really upset people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's a good speed to have, right? Especially when you're
Especially, like,
5.5,
when
2.5
you've got the
base.
double, especially when you've got the double and you killed something, you just go, and they're like,
Yeah,
what am I meant to do about that?
that's a good point actually. Yeah, they become incredibly fast. I'm quite greedy though. I tend to give them +1 damage because I'm hella greedy. And going to
I
a
don't
5.5/3.5
know.
makes us happy. Couldn't afford it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your list is it's nasty. It's good. Like the Demon Smith with the debuffs, having 3 heroes for the spawn to trigger off of. Just having a 30 wound block of wounds is hard to deal with.
Yeah.
It's in general. Especially when he can go to like 10 attacks with a high enough triple, right? And he gets to move and attack on react.
Yeah.
And you're so mobile. Like
You're watching for Nephilim, you're watching for Apatrax. You don't want to get too close to a hero to trigger the spawn.
yeah.
Like the champion is literally there to be my leader.
Yeah.
But if he was a 2-3, I'd be well happy with him. But
yeah, a 1-3 is a very, very bad profile. But he's cheap, right? He's only 100 points, so I guess
like,
it balances out.
Is great.
Now it's tricky to deal with, and the 2 range attack with 3 because Nadia, it's a lot to deal with when I can't safely approach you, especially on this map where it really is just like this little Z shape.
Zones, right? Yeah.
And all your wizards were over here with the spawn, so all your scary stuff is in one place. And I had some of my scary stuff in one place, but your scary stuff is so much more durable. So I couldn't really dedicate like 3 hounds in the pack lord would have probably still been picked apart. And the things I want to kill, like Apatrax or Ephelim, they're too fast. Like I got lucky and killed Spawn more on the after he'd been teleported a couple of times, and I managed to just catch him. But like Apatrax he's got fly. He's never getting caught. Almost tied up Ephelim here, which could have killed Ephelim, but I wasn't engaged, and you got initiative.
I think if you were engaged and you got that initiative, it might have been game over for Ephelim herself.
Yeah, the potential as well. If I had that quad still, engaged, attacking 3 times, potentially moving Ephelim out of teleport range to make it a bit more awkward for you to pull it off. Could have took him out, but it's tricky. It's a very tricky warband. I love Ephelim because you are so dangerous from so many angles, and it's very hard for your opponent to sort of like pinpoint what you're going to do every turn because you have so much scope to maneuver. That makes like having 3 Hounds of Wraths and everyone else being moving 5 like seem like slow in comparison. Which is crazy. But yeah, I had to.
I also like it when Spawnmore gets that chance to just go off on one with his triple.
Yeah, he gets like hella big, massive.
He can be as dangerous as the spawn is at some points.
Yeah, he goes to a 5/6, 2/6, right?
Yeah,
which is that's a great profile. It becomes a pack lord, right? He becomes a pack lord. And pack lords are great, and he is also substantially cheaper, like half the price. So like, that spawn was great. I love engulfing bite. His quad's good too. The big AoE explosion.
I've never got around to using it.
It's quite good.
Never used it. I think if I've got a quad, I've always. I don't know. I don't get them.
Yeah, it's things that Flame Spooler would have it, or Kindle Thing guy, one of the fiery guys, or more fiery themed guys, I guess. Because I mean, he's got flame on him, I guess, but he doesn't seem like Flame Spooler seems more warp flamey than Spawn Mod does, right? It is a bit odd, but no, I think that's really good. I think there's a lot of threats, and like Nadia is the only one that's like reasonably killable, unless you get the jump on Ephelim and take her out really early. Like if you've got like guns or like the initiative plus something really quick, like a flyer with like good damage. Apatrax's full movement pull is really good. Like moving like a Hound of Wrath 7 inches is pretty darn spooky. I mean, it has its downsides. Like you could potentially pull it into your own doom.
Yeah, you can pull them into him and just get murdered by the next turn.
But it's like one of the longest repositions in the whole game, right? Potentially up to the fastest thing in the game.
Generally, it's only really 6, right? Because
I guess
he's
so,
got to be within 6. But like, if it still means that you can bring everything to him.
Yeah. Now this was definitely the trickiest version of the list that I've faced so far. It was very tricky, and I only won from a mixture of luck and cowardice, which is never the best way to secure the win. A bit of luck, a bit of cowardice, but that was good. I don't think I'll take 3 Hands of Wrath going forward. I think it's a little bit too.
Yeah,
it's
I like
too many.
I think I like 1 Hound of Wrath.
Yeah, they're good models. I like them a lot. Oh, I love those. So Joe's just sent us a picture of his Eflin warband, and they look rather spicy. I love the
Sylvaneth. That's my new Sylvaneth one I didn't since Christmas, and then I have got this painted. I just don't know where I've put the photo.
Yeah, I don't think like last week I tried to get photos up on stream, but it wasn't letting us do it. Let's see if I can do it this time. Oh, it's going to be an absolute tit. Theoretically, this should work. Kind of a weird. There we go. I think that should. Chat, that should work. It's not the best, but I've managed to get something going with it. Now I love one of the Sentinels are great, and the white there, the mixture of the whites and the greens and the browns and stuff on those Sentinels.
I was going for silver birch look with them.
Yeah, I can zoom in. Hey, here we go. Nah, put it in Carthane as well. Nice. No, those are great. Those look amazing. I wonder if Untamed Beast would combo with Ephelim and Spawn more better. As a Untamed Beasts lover who ran Ephelim a lot with Untamed Beasts works really well with Ephelim. Because you can whip Spawn more. And you also get a secondary pull. So you can Ephelim, you can use Apotrax to pull, and also the Harpoon to pull. So you can get plus the extra range attack from the Harpoon. There's some pretty good combos with Untamed Beasts and Ephelim. I like them a lot. I love the blue. Like, I think that the standard Ephelim is like more like a lighter blue, but I like the more like the Screamers. They're a classic Zinchian Screamer blue. Yeah. And these guys looks great.
Yeah, I was just basically I just have moments. I pick some colours and I just start painting.
Yeah. Oh, that Spawn looks gross.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
The old classic metal one as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely. Dude, you do white so well. Like, I just can't do white, but you do like, the white on the horses on Singri.
You know,
so
it's
good.
just apothecary white.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's apothecary white with a little bit of highlighting, but
it's so smooth. I love it. Nah, those are great, man. I absolutely love them.
Right, I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, man. Again, thanks for the game. As always, it was a great game, but also for once it wasn't actually defined by dice going absolutely haywire. It was
yeah.
it was fairly it was a fairly balanced dice off that time, which I was makes a change. But again, thanks for the game. I'll catch you in a bit.
Oh, nice one.
See ya. So that was Joe. Joe and his rather wonderful Dark Oath Ephelem list, which is always a lot of fun to play against. I love playing against Ephelem. Even if Ephelem's a bit of a bastard to deal with, always fun to do. I'm trying to get... Yes, but we're kind of stuck. So I was trying to get the window view to go back to Warcry, but it's not doing that. It's being a bit of a shit, which is it's not new, frankly. It's always a little bit of a shit as OBS. I think Spawn more opens his mouth body. Houston, them losing the Beast rune mark to help clarify they are actually just dogs. Dog-like dudes would be neat. Yeah, like I do find it a bit unfortunate that they've got the Beast rune mark, because the Beast rune mark is largely there to balance things out, right? And Hounds of Wrath don't need that balancing. They don't need reined in. Like, Beast rune mark's like a punishment. It's exclusively a negative. And especially when they're 190 points. Like, it's kind of insane that they would be like, cool, we'll make them worse with no benefit by giving them the Beast rune mark. Like, they could have given them like ferocious. They could have given them any other sort of like rune mark that was appropriate, but they just didn't. It's kind of weird. 150 Beast does kind of feel fine because they are so cheap. Like, I think Hounds of Wrath at 150 are really well costed. I don't think you could really make them any cheaper than 150 before you risk making them too good. And then they could become a problem, which is silly to think about when they're only 18 wound like guys. But any cheaper than 150, and like it disturbs the balance of, you want the cool toy to be cheap enough to take to incentivize taking the cool thing, like the Hand of Wrath, which is a wonderful model. Like, it's a great model, absolutely wonderful. So you want to take it. I think 150 is a great place for them to be. I would love if they didn't have the Beast move mark though, ultimately, because like, movement 7 is great, but like, you want to go through doors, you want to take treasures. Like, a lot of the benefits of movement are tied to not having the Beast rune mark. It's why you don't see Chaos Hounds, but you see Direwolves. Like, Chaos Warhounds are excellent. Movement 8, 10 wounds. Little workhorses. But because they're beasts, they're restricted on treasure missions and can't do doors. Whereas the Direwolf doesn't have beast and are the same price and have the same stats. So the Direwolf is fantastic because it can do treasures, it can do all kinds of things. So I would like to see that the Hand of Wrath honestly increased to movement 8 as well. Like, that's like a pet peeve, is that I do think the Hand of Wrath should be movement 8, not movement 7. Movement 7 just doesn't feel right when it's a corn model, right? It's like your equivalent of a chaos of a flesh hound, right? And it's better in some ways and worse in other ways. But I do think that it should be movement 8, so it fits that theme a little bit better, being Cornish. But I enjoyed that. Was a great game. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed having so many Hounds of Wraths. In the end, they did do work. It was largely assassination work. it does have 8-inch threat range. That is true. With the 1-inch melee, it does have 8-inch threat range. But I think the Hand of Wrath. So one did a bit of a killed off. I think it was Spawn Maw. It did an assassin run Spawn Maw, then died, and then the other two did interference and an assassin run on the champion. So they got around the board a lot, partially because they were getting pulled, partially because they're fast. But it was a good time. Love the red on Zinch. It is great. It's the zines look fantastic. But we've been streaming for 2.5 hours, and we've had a game. We had some nattering, we had some tournament talk. Got to experiment with the wonders of Triple Hand of Wrath. I think next up, I want to put more time in. So again, like I think the Realm Go Ritualist in combination with the Deathbringer is such a powerful combo that's super cheap. But I do want to spend more time with other options, namely the Slaughter Priest, maybe comboed with like a True Blood, maybe comboed with some other thing, if I can find the points for it. Not sure what yet, but the Slaughter Priest would be a really nice addition because it would give us another a good beater. If I could take a Slaughter Priest and a Hound of Wrath and a Deathbringer, I would, but I think that's 5 points over or 10 points over, so I don't think that's possible. Which is a shame because the Realm Go Ritualist is a wonderful model, but I do like models being like more impactful, like more toolboxy, more jack of all trades, and the Realm Go has great abilities with terrible stats, whereas the Slaughter Priest has fantastic abilities and also really good stats. So we'll see. There's more experimentation to go with it, and I'll see how I can get the claws. We need to get the claws up to like a competitive working level. Lots of reps, a really solid list in preparation for, I think it's March when Warcry's in the West 2 happens. So I need to get that sorted out. But we've got plenty of streams before then, plenty of pickup games, and lots of pondering to do. I'm sure I'll get something together that'll be pretty spicy. Even if it is just Realm Go plus Deathbringer, which does seem a bit basic, but sometimes it's the basic stuff that you need to fill in those gaps. Joey, working on a Dark Elf list. Darkling Covens are one of the many white whales of Warcry for us when it comes to, I want to make a list that works with them. And there's a lot of models in there that I like a lot, but I've yet to get a list that I can like comfortably say is good. Darklings are a bit tricky. That chaff base makes them very workable though. Having super cheap movement 5, toughness 4 chaff is great. Only wounds 8, but you can work with that. The chaff are really fun. And the the slightly more reliable strike them down on disengage on the 3+ instead of the 4+. I've caught some people out with that. I think I did it on stream like a year or two ago against Kit. He was running. It was definitely like something to do. He had a big. It was like the Chaos Legion, I think it was, and landed the sneaky strike them down with extra benefits, and actually won the game from it, so it was quite fun. K-Knight Shadowstalker with friends. That's another white whale. Like I think like beyond just taking a bunch of crossbows, I've always wanted to have more of a melee focus to my Shadowstalkers, but again haven't quite been able to put it down really. One day though, because the K-Knight Shadowstalker's leader is so good. It's the quad. The quad really nails it because she's got good stats anyway. She's got she's got a short range attack and that 3-inch flail attack. But the quad is a big old AoE 6 damage potential quad is game changing. basically. Like, you pop that off, you can just wipe out half a board. If the board's being set up in such a way that can, like, you know, nail a bunch of guys on low wounds. So it's a fun time. But I think I'll call the stream there. Had a good old natter, good old batter. And yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been a great time. And I will catch you all next week. Ta-ra.